Hello, Cleveland, and everyone from everywhere else. Welcome to your 10-minute TA for the day. Wednesday, hump day. Hope you get that hump in. All right, let's dive right into the charts. All right, so since yesterday, the price action did pump up a little bit further, breaking over 90,000, breaking into that 90,000. Even getting, did it get over 91? Nope, just under 91. So it broke into the 90,000 range, but did not break over 91. Came right up to those bull bands there and came back down. And is now hanging out right around 88,000 and a half. Wow, now. So what were we looking at yesterday? We were looking at this diamond pattern, and I was saying that it was going to break out upwards and maybe head up to this X. Well, we haven't made it to the X yet, but there's still a chance. I'm going to leave this downward measured move from the bear flag. You may remember we deleted the bear flag's body yesterday, but that's where it was. Anyway, that's the measured move. It's still going to be there just because, well, it could still play down that way. How could it play down that way? Well, right now we are seeing the Stokes here on the 90-minute chart pointing to the downside. They are at the 50. They could bounce here. Could be a spot where they bounce and stay in the bullish territory above 50, but they could also just continue downwards, dragging price and RSI down with it. Now they could also continue downwards, get into overbought or oversold territory down here, find its bounce while RSI stays over to 50 and the price action stays over its 21 moving average. Here, I was going to say 21-day moving average, but it's not a 21-day moving average on the 90-minute chart. The 21 candle moving average on the 90-minute chart. Now, we would love to see this SAR not be flipped, but if the SAR gets flipped and the 21 MA holds, then great. If the 21 MA does not hold, then a move back down to the bottom of the pattern here at the bottom of the bull bands is likely. We might just skip right through 85 like we have been here and here, but it could act as support. It has before. So maybe 85 holds a support if the 21 doesn't, maybe 82 then if 85 doesn't. And if not, then hey, we're looking at that bear flag playing out and this little move that we saw appear back into the 90s being a dead cat bounce. All right. What else do we see here on the 90-minute charts? 90 minutes. Volatility still relatively high. I think I'm done with the 90 minutes. Let's move on to the 6-hour chart here. So the 6-hour chart, like I was saying, we're still looking at that bear flag down to about 77, 78, the bottom of the pattern. And otherwise, this diamond pattern here may actually finally play out. If this 21 holds or this 85 even holds, then this diamond pattern may still play out to the upside, bringing price action to the 200 moving average here on the 6-hour. And they would bring it well over the 200 here on the 90-minute chart. Will that happen? Well, possibly. Let's take a quick peek at the 22-minute chart just to see where it's showing the 90s going. Well, okay, look at that. The Stokes here are oversold. RSI is coming down. And look at this. It's putting in a lower. Okay, so sorry about that. I'm going to have to stitch those two together. Had to walk away for a minute and do something. I'm back now. Where were we? I believe I was looking at the 6-hour chart saying, hey, look at that. The Stokes are heading up, pointing up above the signal line, yet still in bearish territory. So they could bounce here at the 50, curl here at the 50 and turn back to their downside. Now, what would cause that to happen? Well, we were just talking about the 90-minute chart, and we were talking about if the Stokes here continued their downward push, got down into the oversold territory. They did just break under the 50, and they did that and curled back up while the RSI stayed over the 50 here, and the price action stayed over the 21 here. Now, if that can happen, that'd be great. If not, then we're going to see a move back down at least to 85. And then if we don't see the bounce at 85, then that would invalidate our diamond. Then we would see a move down to 82 for a possible double bottom here on the 6-hour chart. We'll look at that later if that actually comes to that. or the completion of the bear flag down at the 78 at the bottom of the pattern there, which would candlestick this wick and this wick. However, we could just see some more upside here on the daily. This inverted head and shoulders that we were talking about yesterday does seem to be forming the right shoulder. If the bullish scenario that I laid out here with the Stokes going down on the 90-minute, reversing back to the upside while the RSI and the price action stay higher, if that can occur, then we could see some, further upside here on the daily, further cementing in that inverted head and shoulders and showing us that a move back up to that 96, maybe even 98 level is possible here for us. Okay, let's just take a quick peek down at the 22. Okay, the 22 looks kind of like it's going to head further down with the RSI. Well, no, not necessarily. If the RSI here can find a bottom, that'd be great, because then we're seeing a little bit of what we call hidden bullish divergence. If we can find a bottom here on price and RSI, and the Stokes turn back up, which they're likely to do from an oversold territory as they are in, then we could see that hidden bullish take control and drive price to the upside, perhaps completing this diamond pattern all the way up here to a 96 level. Let's check out the 5 real quick. 5 minutes bouncing off its 200. Do we see any divergences here? We actually do. We're seeing some flat bottoms here on the RSI, while the bottoms here on the price action continue downwards. That's also a bullish divergence. What about on the 1 minute? Under the 200, but it is the 1 minute, so flip-floppies. But the Stokes are starting to head upwards. RSI is under its signal line, but it could push up over its signal line. Price action would follow, and then we're looking for it to break over its 200 here at 89.3. It'll come down a little bit more, so let's just say 89.2. Needs to get over that, break over that. That would keep the price here on the 5 minute over its 200. Cement in that bullish divergence here on the 22. Possibly give us a reversal here on the Stokes here on the 90. And a move up is what's coming. That's actually what I think is going to happen. That's actually what seems to be happening here. Although the 5 minute Stokes do seem to be turning around and look like they want to push to the downside. So let's see if the Stokes here can push the price action and RSI under that 200 like it's going to right now. Maybe. We can watch the 5 minute, see if it gets under that 200, feel a little more bearish for the bearish scenario, and then watch for a bounce at 85. If it can stay over that 200 here on the 5 minute, cement in that bullish divergence there on the 22, and start pushing up again on the 90-minute chart, then that diamond pattern on the 6 hour will hold. If we break under 85, diamond pattern, well, not like just a little break under, but if we like severely break under, like close a 6 hour candle under open and close a candle under that 85 level, flipping it to resistance here on the 6 hour chart, then we'll call this diamond pattern invalidated, and we'll watch for a completion of that bull flag down to that 78 level. But right now I'm feeling a little bit more bullish. Despite the Stokes being pointing to the downside here, feeling slightly more bullish. So let's watch. Let's watch and see if they can push back up over this 89.8. We're gonna switch that to 90. I'm just gonna switch that to 90. It's close. It's a rounder number. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, if it can break up over that 90 resistance now again, then that'd be great. We can break up over it here and flip it on the 90 and on the 6 hour and on the daily. Well, I'd be a happy boy. I'd be smoking a lot of opium and saying, oh, we're going to the top. But really, I know that I know nothing. And all I know is what the charts are showing me. And right now, they're showing me slightly more bullishness. then bearishness. Well, there's a little bearishness here on the lower time frames, but I'm seeing a little more bullishness on these higher ones. So that's where my mind's at. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for watching. Music courteously provided by Luminist, Veloa, and Sax Squatch. Y'all are awesome. Much love. See you later.